Welcome back to the coverage of YCS Bochum 2016. For the culmination of day one, we made it!
We made it.
Woo! It's
been a long
almost
day.
11 p.m. It is past 11 p.m. Wow.
I was asked what time it was without looking at a clock, and I said 8.
Yeah.
That's how.
Yeah,
That's how
I asked him. He said 8
Close,
o'clock.
close, yeah. We started streaming something like 11 hours ago. Oof.
yeah.
We're still going.
We're
Yeah.
still going
Woo!
strong.
We're
I
still
would say
here.
we're still going strong. Guys, let's take a look at the country breakdown at the start of the tournament. Let's bring that up for you, because we haven't been talking about that for a little while.
It's casual round 8, by the way, for those who didn't notice.
That's a good point, yeah. So this is what it looked like at the start of the day. More than 1,000 Germans, almost setting up an attendance records in terms of single country, but I think in Milan we had even more Italians, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yes, we did, yeah.
But thanks to the guys from the other countries, we have the largest European Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament of all time this weekend.
And this was actually before all of them had been put in, I believe, as well.
No, I think this is
No, it'll be
actually
updated.
updating every time, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at what this looks like in this round. I would say that the spread is pretty much the same for the most part. I mean, of course, Germany is still leading. They lost half their players. Italy with 48. They started with 76. Pretty good conversion rate, as
Yeah.
always. As
Yeah.
always. We always say that about the Italians. Netherlands, on the other hand, also started with 74, just 2 players less than Italy, now trailing behind Italy. So the Dutch guys didn't do so well.
No.
Sorry.
Not as a good a conversion rate.
Yeah, then we got France, 22 out of 54 still in there, less than 50% conversion rate, 22 out of 51 for Switzerland, slightly better. The UK is, actually the UK moved up, props to them. They only had 44 players here, so less than France, less than Switzerland. Now they are in front of those two countries.
Yep.
Good results for them.
Little bit of
Yeah.
national pride from me and Luke here.
This is the metagame breakdown at the start of round 1. And this is what it looked like this morning. We're talking about a bit of a trinity, Metal Foes, ABC, Paleozoic. This breakdown doesn't really tell the same story because Paleozoic is in 3rd place.
Yeah.
However, let's take a look at what this looks like after 8 rounds. You can see Paleozoic
Wow.
is still in 3rd, but they were starting with 129 and they are down to 75. So the gap is closing.
Yeah, their conversion rate is much higher than
Yeah.
Metal Foes and ABC.
Yes,
Right.
definitely.
ABC is the worst out of those 3, going down less than half in numbers. Metal Foes from 273 down to 139, that's roughly 50%.
Yeah.
We're talking about 50% Metal Foes, less than 50, definitely less than 50 for ABC, more than 50 for Paleozoic, which makes this a good choice for the weekend. Mermaid started with 86, they are now at 39, so roughly the same conversion rate as Metal Foes.
But generally, Mermail and Paleozoic is basically just both trying to run off of the Frog and Toad engine.
Mhm.
So they're essentially pretty much almost the same deck. They just like to run things a little bit differently.
Right. Interestingly enough, both Blue Eyes White Dragon and Awesome Hero started with 74 players. Now they're both at 36, so they have the exact same conversion rate.
Yeah.
And nothing has changed here, which is another thing that we should point out. If we just quickly go back to the round 1 and then go back to round 8, it's the same decks. No single deck has shifted positions. All of them have stayed in the same position, even though their conversion rates have been different. That is it for stats. Now let's look at our feature match. We got 2 great choices, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yes,
really,
definitely.
really crazy matchup for
Definitely.
the end of the day.
So what we're looking at the moment is we've got Vincent Nicolas, who
Mhm.
is playing Monarchs.
Wait for it.
Monarchs.
Yeah, he took a
Monarchs
trip
of
of last
Black.
year airlines.
What year is it?
Yeah. And he's 5-2. He's got a chance. He's on the bubble. If he wins this, he's in day 2.
Yeah.
His opponent, same thing is true for him. It's Aaron Nigemann, and he's playing.
Infernoid.
This is crazy.
Again.
What year is it?
All right, guys. We have another feature match in store for you in case this goes down very quickly. Some of us here expect it to go down very
like
quickly.
a lead balloon.
All right, with that, let's take you to the feature match table for the second to last time today for our round 8 feature match, guys. All right, we see Vincent on the left and Aaron on the right. Vincent, actually, his friend was ratting him out, coming up to me and saying, Vincent is playing Domain Monarchs, he should get a feature match. I was like, okay, that's cool. Then I walked up to him, because I didn't know his last name. then Vincent was like, yeah, I don't know, everybody's going to see me scrub out and play Domain Monarchs and people are going to make fun of this, so no, don't want to have a feature match. I'm like, okay, that's fine, you don't have to have a feature match, but I'm just saying, earlier today somebody came up to me and said, I had a chance to get interviewed by you, or somebody put this on the stream, sorry, on the Twitch chat actually. You helped me, thank you very much. He told me there was a friend of mine who had a chance to be interviewed in YCS Prague more than 2 years ago, basically. He didn't go take you up on the offer, and he regrets it until this day. So I told this very same thing to Vincent, and then I said, and that's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to leave you with that. 10 minutes later, he came back to me and he said, I changed my mind. I want to be in the feature match.
Okay,
So
let's look at that opening hand.
that's
Aaron
for story
has
time.
got his reasoning. So we're
Yep.
good
Yeah.
already.
That yeah.
Yeah, basically. That's how Infernoids work. Now, he's not going first there, though. We have got the Monarchs going first.
Yeah. Synchroing into. Oh no, just tributing.
Yep, into Aether.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Like, oh yeah, I remember those cards.
Into his one copy of Aether.
Yeah, I mean, for those who kind of missed that particular format, this is one of the cards that turned this into
Oh,
a powerhouse.
It was huge because it's a big monster, big attack, and special summon more big monsters with big attack, and then their effects
Yeah.
kick off as well.
Actually, the most recent Forbidden Unlimited list, I helped work on it with Matt, and this was one of my main suggestions over anything else that we put Ether at 1.
Yeah,
Down comes the Curaz.
and you ended up being right.
I'm very happy with it.
Yeah, I think most players were as well. Just to add a little extra pat on your back there.
Yeah.
All right, so how good is this opening for Vincent?
It's hard to say because no one really plays Monarchs anymore. It's really hard to. I mean, he's basically got all of his cards. All of it. It doesn't look right now like we're in 2016. He's kind of just playing it as if he's back in Monarch format. So, yeah, and not the 2004 version, the 2015 version, 16 even. Yeah, actually, that's that's really funny. I did an interview with Marcello and Federico Zappini earlier, and we were reminiscing completely about the last year of Yu-Gi-Oh! And something that we completely skipped over was Monarchs. It's as if nobody wanted to talk about it. Only now do I realize that. That's quite funny.
We also had a bit.
So it's domain, and domain. I think I picked domain, but that particular one, you ain't having any of the others.
Yeah. And yeah, so he doesn't have an extra deck, so it's definitely domain Monarchs, and he's gonna.
So interestingly, I don't know if people noticed there that as soon as he noticed that Monarchs was being played there, Aaron just put all 5 cards in his hand in front of him, waiting for Erebus to get rid of his hand there.
Yeah, it's a very fun way of mocking your opponent in a way. Now this is what you're playing. There you go. Just do whatever you want. I don't give a.
Yeah, and so Vincent here is playing this deck exactly as it's supposed to be. He's going to set
But this is
escalation.
working like a well-oiled machine, really.
Yeah.
It's the perfect engine going on here, and I thought everything was down to 1.
Okay, and there's
Yeah.
the escalation set there so that he can tribute some of the Curaz or the Erebus during his opponent's turn. Down comes the Terratop, so
Yeah.
he can go and get the Tekaton board.
The 1-card combo.
Wait, he opened Ether? Yes, that's how you win with this deck.
Yep.
Yeah, it's strong. It's a strong maneuver. I advise it.
Right. So there was a bit of confusion actually with some of the players not understanding the announcements at the start of the day, because on the website it initially said we're going to play 9 rounds today, which is what we always claim, and very few times we follow it through.
What you gonna call?
Because all
Ghostbusters. Probably, yeah. I would say 4, but
apparently it
you
wasn't
didn't call
called.
for.
yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder,
so-
you can call 4 or 1 in this deck.
Mm.
You can call 1 for the Infernoid Decatron.
Did he
or
know what
4
he was going
Exactly.
up against?
Actually, reasoning would tell you.
Yeah, no. When he had to say something for reasoning, he didn't know.
Well, he wouldn't know, but just the
Generally
act
speaking.
of playing reasoning.
Yeah, okay.
would be enough.
Indicates, yeah. Could be 6 Samurai.
In the OCG right now, they just got some changes to 6 Samurais.
Yeah, and let's see if we get them too. I mean, who wants to see 6 Samurai back? No? Is that a no?
I liked 6 Samurai.
I was okay with it.
Really cool.
I played 6 Samurai when it was a very different deck. Like, synchros weren't a thing when I was playing 6 Samurai.
Like not aggressive?
Yeah,
I
I
synchros
remember
weren't a thing when I was playing 6
Yeah,
Samurai.
I remember-
Grandmaster of the 6 Samurai
yeah.
was your best card.
Grandmaster
Yeah.
and then Great Shogun Shien.
Okay, that's true. It wasn't super aggressive at that moment.
Okay, what's his play?
He's just got to go up into some big synchro monsters. That's the main goal here, and hopefully, he knows that's escalation. So yeah, just got to see how that goes
How's he going to go do a synchro play?
with Terratop and Raiden.
What does that domain say?
That's a very fair point. Why did I completely not realize that?
You completely forgot that he's playing against Monarchs, didn't you?
Yeah, I just
Monarchs is one of those formats that everybody just completely skips mentally.
yeah, I think I've just
You just check
tried
yourself
to
out.
forget it. Yeah,
You just check yourself out at the tournament registration. You're like, yeah, I've got to take a break the next round.
yeah.
My brain is not going to work.
Which is why I'm thinking, what can Aaron do here,
Well,
actually?
he can Decatron into Pyrmas, and Pyrmas can take away the domain, but he's not done that.
And then he still has his synchro that he can do. But what would he synchro into? Hey, here's his deck list.
Yeah, stuff like Cyflame Lord Omega or Scrap Archfiend. It's on the back.
Yeah, it's hiding on the backside.
Yeah, Chambara.
How amazing it is that we got Domain Monarchs versus Infernoid in round 8, and both of these guys can actually advance to day 2.
Yeah.
It's whoever wins this basically advances to round 2.
Yeah.
Although tomorrow there is round 9.
Yeah.
That's first thing in the morning, and then we cut.
Yeah, some people, they did understand that we're playing 8 rounds today, but they thought that the cut would still be performed tomorrow. Well, that doesn't make any sense, of course. So we're going to perform the cut at the end of today. The top 256 players, or everybody with 18 points or more, whatever is higher out of those two, is going to advance to day 2. 3 more rounds, cutting down again to top 32. All right. So we got one lonely Monarch against a lot of different cards, really. Like
Yeah.
there's a Lightsworn card, there's a Speedroid, another Speedroid, and then of course an Infernoid.
One was called for reasoning.
Oh, okay. Not a bad call.
No.
So who are you gonna call? Number 1.
The authorities.
No. Yeah. They were very helpful, actually. We gotta give a shout out to them. Earlier today, we did have some of the authorities here, and they did a very lovely job of sorting problems out for us.
You
All
learned
right.
some new things about German law that you didn't know.
That is
Yeah.
true, yeah. And
Yeah.
I actually passed it on later, and Marcello was very happy about that. I'm not sure if he followed through and everything, but I think he was very happy when he heard about it for the first time.
Okay, what has he played there?
So we got
Is
Erebus,
that
Escalation,
Mithra the
Domain.
Thunder?
It
vassal?
should be Mithra, yeah. Because the other cards in his hand are Kuras and Idea, and it doesn't look like either of those. For some reason, everything updates very slowly today. He's also got Vincent still got an Allure of Darkness in hand. As you can see on the right side, he's actually putting everything on the table now. It's not very common for Monarchs to...
To put everything on the table?
Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding me?
They're not explosive in any way. Normally it's like one Monarch, nothing.
3 Monarchs.
Ah,
3 Monarchs, empty your hand.
I didn't see that
Blow
very
up your
often.
field,
I
attack
didn't see
you.
that very often.
Yeah, it's because a lot of people that were playing Monarchs played the long game when they could have
Yeah.
pretty much just
Yeah.
wiped the floor.
That's what I'm used to. So you're saying this deck can be much better than I'm used to seeing it.
It's very different nowadays. When they don't have those huge control options, they have to really choose their battles and make some explosive plays.
Okay, so Decatron has, I believe, just destroyed, is tributed to banish the Ether.
There's the next attack. Is he going to be able to wipe the entire board? Not quite. Well, actually,
Probably,
that's the gigantic token. That's looked
the Giganto token.
The Gigantoken.
Coming this winter to a Bochum near you.
gigant token in last token standing.
Oh, tributing 2. Draw 2.
I popped him with
Oh,
Kuraz.
popped him Kuraz.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's because I looked away for a second.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good for Vincent. I mean, some said this is not the best matchup for Domain Monarch.
No, because you can just use the Decatron to kind of bypass that limitation, because you can send whatever you want with Decatron and be happy about it.
Somebody basically, I'm just looking over Twitch chat, somebody actually made a very good point. Why didn't he use Petrulia's effect? And then somebody said, I guess it was just too much pressure, which makes complete sense.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. You got to remember that
Yeah,
they're in,
it's Petrulia, not PMS. Yeah, sorry.
yeah. So they're all being stared at in there by 2 judges and 2 staff members with a big camera pointing at them. It's really, really kind of intense in there.
Yeah, so far Vincent doesn't. There's not a single reason, in my opinion, for Vincent feeling bad about being in this featured match.
No, he's looking pretty good actually.
If anything, yeah, he's showing us that he knows how his deck is working.
Yeah.
Whereas Aaron did have a problem when he realized, oh yeah, there's no synchro summons.
Yeah. I think maybe he had the same problem we did, where we just tried to forget about it.
It's your coping strategy.
Yeah.
just banishing it in like
banishing
the
it.
back of your head,
Yeah.
basically.
You've seen the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. We know how there's Yugi's mind has got all those locked rooms.
Yeah, right.
That's basically what my head is. And you know what? There's one that's got about 10 locks on it.
And that is that format.
Yeah. There's so many locks on that door. Trust me. It's heavy.
My head! Why won't the paint stop?
Stop both! I'm having flashbacks.
Kuraz is coming down. It's going to... Oh, and the domain's gone, but I don't think it really matters at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was because of Devaity.
It doesn't really look like Vincent cares too much about this.
No.
Aaron has got Petrulia in charge of the Light Brigade in his hand. I don't know, my hands just stopped conducting for a second there.
Yeah, no electricity right there. Vincent now's got Ados and 2 copies of Maxi, in fact. So if Aaron tries to come back with a big swing or something, Vincent is at least going to draw 1,000,000 cards. And it's interesting. Who is the favorite in like a game state where both players only have very few cards? I mean, when you got 2 heavy hitters on the field,
Yeah.
I guess it's Domain Monarch.
Yeah,
of
Domain
course.
Monarch. It depends entirely on what Aaron's got in his graveyard. If he's got the resources in there to, make some nice Infernoid summons, then yeah.
Aaron's still got a lot in his graveyard. He's already done a lot of Infernoid summons, and
Yeah.
basically they all got wiped out. But there's also the 2 Maxis sat in Vincent's hand for saying, if you want to try it, then yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
try it. I'm
Yeah.
going to draw my deck.
It really depends on if he has
They're all
the
inherent, so-
resources to make Infernoid great again.
Yeah.
All right, so he's going somewhere here. He's got the Raiden, and
Yeah,
then
that's it. So that's all you needed was a few of those Infernoids just to make a big difference. Actually, it's going to make a huge difference because that's Size Mass. So you can attack over something, and then during the end of the battle phase, it banishes one of your opponent's cards, non-targeting.
so all of a sudden,
yeah,
Turn it
yeah,
around.
turn
so-
the table.
yeah, here we see it exactly happen here. That's the fear with leaving Kuraz out there, because Size Mass is actually 2,600, so just a bit bigger than Kuraz.
Right. So how the tables have turned, it's crazy. Domain Monarch was really, really far ahead, it looked.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Infernoid is the one deck controlling the field.
Yeah.
Vincent does have these 2 Maxis. They haven't really done anything yet. And
All the Infernoid summons are inherent. So.
yeah, so not really good. Should he have just dropped one at the start of the turn, maybe?
Yes, especially, yeah.
In that situation where you got nothing to lose, really.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, there's no well, they're just dead cards in your hand.
Actually, you got everything to lose because you were winning.
Yeah.
So
Dropped 2 for Raiden. Did you see what he dropped?
No, I was actually looking between 3 screens right now.
I was
Four.
reading Infernoid Patrulia.
I mean, I did see the Monster Gate being sent to the graveyard, but
Not the card under it.
yeah. This is a very American-friendly streaming time that we have today because the tournament took a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So our American friends are just like, oh cool, I can watch some coverage, and it's just 2 or 3 p.m. or something. Like, yeah, we just stayed up for you guys. That's how we roll.
Yeah. So that's Eddie's effects.
All right. How does Vincent come back here?
Well,
Hey.
at the moment, he's just played a deer, which is going to go and get Extra Tributey Man.
Eidos.
Yeah, I'm just calling him that. That's his new name.
Okay.
Extra Tributey Man. Extra Tributey Dark Man. That's a warrior.
Is there
Which means that he's
confirmation that he's not having a target in his deck?
It does look that way.
So now Aaron knows the pretty
No
much the exact
extra tribute
contents.
summoning, man.
No extra tribute summon, man.
So Aaron now knows exactly what he's up against. He had a quick glance over the entire deck of Vincent, which is not good news, of course.
But then he summons the extra tributey man anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
tribute them
I
both.
believe that Erebus is going to be hitting the field.
Bam.
And at that point, he's going to be banishing a card to spin. Would you say what's he going to spin back? Think it'll be the Sights Mass?
No, I think probably the. It's really difficult, really, to think about this because you can actually send cards back from the. I'm pretty sure you can send cards back from the graveyard as well.
You
with
can.
Erebus.
It's hand field or graveyard.
So you could potentially take away some of your opponent's graveyard resources as well, because you can attack over Size Mass right now.
Oh yeah, because Sights Mass is only when you attack, isn't it?
No, it's when you destroy a monster. You have to destroy a monster. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we're on it. We're on it.
either one.
It's loading.
Either attack or destroy a monster, but either way here, he's still got to hit that Erebus.
Here we go. He cannot
It's
be
very small.
normal summon sent, must be special summon, and so on.
Nope, it's only if it attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it attacks an opponent's monster, this effect can be activated at the end of the battle phase. And banish 1 card.
I used to remember because back when I was playing Melodious, I would always remember that this would be the card that would annoy me the most because it's a non-target banish.
All right.
Understandable.
He has got the Monarch Stormforth in his hand as well.
Ooh. Now he only needs some tribute material.
Yep.
But slowly but steadily, I mean, he's hanging in there.
Yeah.
And you're right, he's doing exactly what you said, which is to shuffle something from the graveyard back into the deck.
Yeah. Attack over the Size Mass, most likely. I don't think that's actually the best play. I think attacking over the Raiden's the best play, if I'm being
I think
completely honest.
flipping the Sights Mass and attacking over the Raiden would have actually been the better play. Personally,
Flipping.
sending the Sights Mass back to the deck and then attacking over the Raiden. Because then you're if you attacked over the Raiden, he would then still be able to attack straight into Erebus, be destroyed, then banish it at the end of the battle phase.
No, he only gets its effect if it remains on the field.
Really?
Yeah. Size Mass has to be on the field. It's like a Gladiator Beast.
Yeah.
It has to be on the field.
Has to be on the field at the end of the battle
Yeah.
phase to activate its effect.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Vincent passed and he immediately discarded Maxi. This time for real.
That was not the best play here. I think leaving the Size Mass on the field so that you had too many levels to try and summon something in future was a better play.
better, yeah.
And then
But it's hard to figure out when you don't know exactly how the Infernos are working.
yeah.
It's been a while since Infernoids have been around.
Yeah. I don't
So-
think it actually would
this
have
year,
made too much of a
but
difference, to be
It
honest.
feels like a long time ago.
Yeah.
So Vincent
And he
is
m-
now
milled
in a very
more.
bad spot. He
Yes,
does
because
have-
Aaron just milled more Infernoids as well.
yeah.
So he's in a good position now.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because he's completely turned it around.
Yeah, that Raiden at the end of every turn and during the main phase of every turn has been milling. That's 4 cards total. He's been milling.
Yeah.
That's all you need in Infernoid. I think just in general the Raiden
he's
was
tributing.
much scarier.
And what's it there that he's summoned? It's the Gofu, isn't
The
it?
Gofu, yeah.
Yeah. So he's banishing
Erebus.
Erebus so that he can't get it back.
There's a lot of text on that card.
There is a lot of text on that card.
There was a time when the black wings were pretty straightforward.
It says something along the lines of, if you've got no monsters, it can't be normal summoned.
It must be special
It must be
summoned.
summoned
Yeah.
from your hand if you've got no monsters. And when it's summoned, you get 2 tokens, vague shadow tokens that are 0/0 winged beast dark monsters.
Cannot be tribute or use the synchro material. And
Yeah.
you can banish this card and 1 or more face-up non-tuners you control, then target 1 Blackwing. Synchro monster in your graveyard whose level equals the
Yeah, that's
and so on and
I
so
don't
on.
think you use
Blackwing
that.
Not very
related,
relevant
Blackwing
these
related
days.
things. The
Yeah.
most relevant thing is the fact it's a level 5 tuner that you can special summon and get 2 free tokens out of.
So Vincent is still able to defend himself with the Prime Monarch.
Yep.
He also has a Maxi and the Monarch Stormforth. He does need something to make the most of these cards. At the
Yeah.
moment, they are not really doing that much.
This was the primary reason as to why this deck took so long. Neither of you laughed. That's awful. Primary reason, Prime Monarch. Come on, that
So
was
it's
It's been
hilarious.
a long day.
Yeah.
That was so funny. That was so funny.
This right now is pretty funny, to be honest. He's like a magician explaining his magic trick.
Yeah.
If you have to explain it, the joke's not funny. That's the rule.
It
But
was,
the tech just confirmed it wasn't funny.
you don't understand.
Yeah, it's alright. We just lost Luke for the rest of the
Fine.
day.
Fine.
He's gonna storm out of this.
Strategy.
The
Gone.
Luke Stormforth.
Luke Stormforth. Yeah. See, that was funny as well.
No.
Okay.
It
There
was
is a Snow out and 2 Petrulias.
Snow is really good in this deck, especially with 20 cards in the graveyard. Just
Yeah.
as like a public service announcement.
I think
This
it's
is
a
really
bit
good.
much, though. It's a bit much. He needs like a lot of graveyard.
Yeah.
He needs a lot of graveyard to run all of this stuff.
And there's 2 Petrulia in hand as well, so he's got opportunity to just summon stuff.
If his board gets wiped, you can only summon the Infernoids if you got less than 8 levels on the board.
Didn't Divider used to do something about that?
No.
One of them does.
There is a spell card which says all of
That's
the
the
Infernoids
one.
become level 1 monsters. I think that's actually Void Imagination.
Yes,
Infernoids
it is.
monsters you control
And I
whose
do believe he
original level
actually
2 or higher
plays-
become level 1.
Doesn't he play Void Imagination?
Yeah, he does. He plays 3, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Okay, a member of our tech team is on the floor. Nope, he's back up. Okay, he's all good.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just putting his feet up.
Now he's got a target for Stormforth, maybe?
Stormforth doesn't target.
Yeah, like, I mean something
He's
that
got something he can
use
transmit
it
to
with,
him.
I know.
but thank you.
I'm being pedantic. It's that kind of night.
Oh, what a night.
It is.
And that is a
that is a
Megacaius,
Caius. Ooh.
which can banish
Sweet Christmas.
that guy there.
I'm trying to remember what Mega Kais does. It's like you can pick 3 targets instead of just 1.
Pretty much. If you use a
Use a dark.
Yeah. He deals 1,000 damage as well.
Yeah, regardless.
Yeah.
Even if it's not dark.
Here we go.
Look at that. He's mega.
Big old Caius.
Target.
Yeah, if you tribute a dark monster, you can target 2 cards instead.
And if it's a
Oh,
dark
yeah.
monster, you can banish all cards with that name from the hand, main deck, extra deck, graveyard, and so on and so on.
Huh.
Yeah, not bad for the most part. I guess it's relevant because it got 2,800 attack at the moment.
Yeah.
But
Tax into that deity.
it
But
didn't
then
really
it
hang
was
around for long.
Banished?
He can actually. He's got some real damage now if he's playing Gem Knight Paul.
But all he's got is a Lure of Darkness and Max C.
Who's that? Oh, I'm talking about the Inferno player.
Okay, he's got a Sight Smith and 2 Petrulias in hand.
Yeah, he could have gone double Petrulia into a normal monster. Instead, he's just going to summon deity. That's fine. If he wishes to
Yeah.
just summon him. Yeah. Kind of making an Exceed play would have been a choice to be made. Because having multiple, I figured that having multiple monsters on the field would be nice because then you can banish the Prime Monarch. Because at the moment he's just kind of having to chunk this Prime Monarch every single turn. That's a real struggle.
Speaking of real struggles, this game is going back and forth here.
Yep. We thought this was going to be a quick game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to point that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Luke.
because The Infernoid that I remember would just dump its entire deck into the graveyard and then either win or lose.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas I feel like what's happened is both of them kind of went off, and then they both just hit each other with everything, and then now they're both just kind of sat there nomboing over and over again.
He didn't even give his opponent to activate it. He just went, "You're going to bring this out, and I'm going to hit it." Next turn.
Yeah, it's quite funny. Okay, now we kicked off a bit of a discussion on the stream about how good Snow really is in this deck when you require half of those cards in the graveyard.
Yeah, but as that person says, you can banish spells for that card as well.
It's
So
also
you
like
banish all the stuff that you can't use.
You don't need to activate Snow 15 times. Like once or twice, very often can make the difference.
Yeah.
I also don't think this deck is as dependent on Snow as like Minerva really.
He's only playing 16 non-monster cards. That's only that's 1 or 2 snows. That's not.
Yeah, but you don't need all of the monsters. I mean, you're not going to have all of them in the graveyard either.
True,
but
yeah, and you're playing other things like
it's a bit of a back and
Raiden,
forth.
Speedroids, and
right.
other things.
So the very quick and explosive game
would
turned
say
into
so.
a marathon.
And he does only play he plays one snow.
Yes, I think that's
Oh,
okay.
Domain's out, Adia's out, Erebus is in hand, and it's been revealed, tributed, Erebus has come out.
Right, Erebus on the Deviety here
Deviety, yeah.
is a good move. I don't think Aaron's got very much in the graveyard in the way of Infernoid monsters.
Yeah, even though he had a couple of good mills.
That would
I
be
think-
nice, but also impossible if this app would actually keep track of what's in the graveyard for us as well.
That would be very impressive.
It's all right. They do enough for us. Just put it this way.
I'm just saying it'd be cool.
When machine learning becomes widespread, then that's what we'll have.
All right. So what a grinder this is.
This is a real grind game. I feel like we're back in Monarch format, like, really.
Like for real, yeah. Not expecting
Apart
this.
from I know whose turn it is most of the time during this
Oh
game.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's all that the Forbidden Limited list actually did. It just meant that we could tell whose turn it is.
Yeah. Because Ether is gone, so yeah.
Oh, there's the Maxi.
Maxi's doing something. That's
And now it's time for the Maxi Challenge.
Will he take
it?
Probably not.
there's a lot of greens. Here we go. Those Monarchs are not known for their gigantic death values.
Nope.
He's like, you want to see? And Vincent is just like, no.
Here's my entire deck's worth of spell cards.
I'm
Please
okay.
look.
I'm okay. I don't need to see.
So a lot of people are saying that they're not really favouring the way these two guys are playing. Just a reminder that the time is 20 to midnight.
Yeah.
These guys have been playing since maybe
11:40.
11.
Actually, pretty much exactly 12 hours
Yeah.
ago.
So
We started at around 11:40.
Yeah, just to be clear.
Yeah. So
All you guys who just woke up, sat in your pants, who are watching the stream, all wide awake. We've been here for 12 hours. Stop hating on the people who've been here for 12 hours.
giving you quality content.
Yeah.
It's what we do. There's that 1-for-1.
there it is indeed.
You guys didn't hear that. Jan just said that's a combo.
Team just said that's a combo. Yeah.
Yeah, he learned so much just watching the stream. I feel like a teacher having his proudest moment after his third grader just been like saying something really good.
But Ollie, is that a combo? Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
It's a combo.
Okay, so we have 6 minutes left on the main round, and these guys started about the same time as them. So I don't know whether we're going to get to our second match.
Yeah, the chances for that are kind of slim at the moment.
Yeah.
We're not even going to get to the second duel in this one match. So,
Well, I mean, there might be 15 more minutes in this.
Yeah.
Because we were a little bit behind behind the main event.
No,
But
we can see whether the players are interested in staying around for an interview, but it's very, very late.
should be okay.
Yeah, they'll be fine. They're troopers.
card troopers.
Bless them. Oh, you did it.
I dare you.
Sorry, I went from up here to like, oh.
You did kind of make the joke, but
Yeah.
just didn't say it out loud.
Yeah, there's a reason.
Yeah.
It's 'cause the joke's not funny if you want to explain it.
Yeah.
It's there. It's out there. People can do what they want. What's happening in the game, Luke?
Not a lot. He's thinking about what to summon.
Yeah.
Even though he can't summon any of the cards in his hand.
It's
He
a bit-
can't play any of his cards. Okay.
Oh, Twin Twister. Pop. There goes that 1-for-1.
There goes the 1-for-1. It was actually a 2-for-1 in this particular case because the opponent just lost 2 cards.
That's a combo.
No, that's a wombo.
That's a wombo.
That's like a negative combo.
No, it's a nombo.
Okay, he wanted to make sure that his Monarch Stormforth is gonna go through. That's fair, I guess.
The deck out at this point is actually pretty viable, to be fair. So
Yeah. It's
Um,
exactly going the way we expected.
yeah.
This,
Yeah.
this game is gonna end
It's so
in a deck
fast.
out.
Yeah. If he hits that snow, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. What? Why didn't he attack snow? Why didn't he attack? Oh, he saw fast, didn't he? Okay. Oh, I'm just going crazy.
There's a Terratop.
Does it still have targets?
I'm not. I'm thinking about that right now, and
I'm pretty sure Dictomborg was in the graveyard in like turn
yeah,
3.
yeah,
Back in the mid game.
yeah.
Back in the mid.
This is like the good old days,
Yeah.
where each player
Where
had
mid-game wasn't turn 2.
yeah, where each player had like 10 turns to do something. I don't understand how people are complaining about this. Why is it suddenly that this is our new reality?
It's a pro skilled grind game.
Apparently. Okay, and Aaron is thinking about this. What can I do? It's kind of odd in a way because they have been playing this game for a few hours. I mean, I understand they're tired and everything, but they should know. Like these are my options, right?
Yeah.
Am I crazy in
Yeah.
thinking that?
That's Harmodic. So he's gonna summon Seismas. And he's just summoning everything.
Finally, he says you challenged me. Go big or go home.
Like, yeah.
I'm gonna go
okay.
big now.
Let's do this.
Yeah. There was a question about the second feature match. I'm not sure if this is the perfect timing to talk about it. Let's first see how this unfolds. If
Yeah.
Aaron is going to be
So,
able to win the
Decatron.
first game in record time.
I think he's trying to decide whether he wishes to activate Decatron's effect or to just use it as synchro material. The answer is synchro material. Into a 5. Chambara.
Oh, how much damage is that?
That's-
4,000, 1,800 plus 26.
Yeah.
That's game.
I think that's enough.
Yeah, let's see if they come to the same
It's definitely
conclusion.
game because it's 6,000 left.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
no, there
Prime
is
Monarch.
Oh, there's Prime Monarch. There was this one card. There was this one card, I remember. I think there was a collector sighing in the venue
Oh.
outside where people were like, oh.
And that's it. Yep.
That is
They
it.
can get the attack through.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is game 1. Game 1 is over.
We made it. Game 1 of round 8.
Yes. Game 1 of round 8.
Okay, so
Look at they're both just like, yep, no problem. This is what every single one of my matches has been like.
obviously. Okay, the second feature match is over. It was so weird because we picked this match first because we thought it might be over very quickly, and then we could go to the other match. Max van Nijvesel, or maybe Nijvesel, the Belgian players are going to kill me, but that's okay. He was playing with his Yang Sing deck against Irnes Mucic from Germany, who was playing Cosmo. And those guys were also 5-2, so they also had a... Max is now in day 2. He was actually in the top something of one of the larger events, one of the YCSs in the past. I could look it up, but I'm just going to tell you like now, and you're hopefully just going to believe it. I can Google it though. Max van Nijvesel, Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's see, this is a good Yu-Gi-Oh! Search term. He was top 4 at the Belgian Nationals in 2004, and at Championship Series Toulouse, which feels like ages ago.
It was 4 years ago.
He was in the top 8, I think. In the yeah, he was in the top 8. So there we go. Famous player. Back to this match. This nail-biting grind game between Monarchs and Infernoid. What's going to come in between these two games now?
Okay, so both of them are playing rogue decks, which heavily implies that they won't have a side deck for this. Okay, both of these decks are in German, but we're going to give our best shot.
He's playing DD Crow.
Yeah,
System down?
There's a system down, yeah.
Okay, and that's so
There's a
nothing
twin
useful.
twister, solemn warning. Bring it back to me.
Yeah, here you go. They're all in German. Here.
Yeah, there's a kaiju. DD Crow, like you said, effect veiler, system down. That's twin twister, solemn strike, solemn warning,
Crow's a good one.
magic deflection,
Deflector, yeah.
Deflector,
Magic
sorry.
deflector.
Winter Cherries. Anti-magic.
chaos, hunter.
Anti-spell. Fragrance.
Yeah, anti-spell fragrance, system
System
down,
down,
Raigeki,
Raigeki.
totally awesome.
ABC Dragon Buster.
Yeah, and Blue Eyes
Spirit
Ghost.
Dragon.
Spirit Dragon, yeah. All right. Like you said, not that much for this particular
No.
matchup. All
I
right,
mean, like-
Maxi down for Vincent, Nicolas. Aaron Nigemann is kicking things off.
With a Decatron.
Yeah. Most of Aaron's side deck is extra deck monsters that are used for Winter Cherries, and Vincent has no extra deck.
Okay, so he didn't have a lot of options, but you said Maxi is probably not the best card ever in this matchup. Would you still stick with them in the main deck?
I think he just had nothing else to possibly put in.
Right.
It's not so bad if you manage to like predict that your opponent's going to play. It's kind of Maxi in this matchup is more of a please stop playing as opposed to please play so I can draw some cards. It's more of a please stop playing. Kind of,
YCS Toulouse
kind of
won.
one.
Max was actually top 4 with Insectors at this tournament.
Oh wow.
At Toulouse, obviously. Not at this tournament. We're also not in the top 4 yet, but who knows?
Especially not with Insectors currently.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so he starts with Gofu. Gonna use Pantheism. I like how many dice they need to make Decatron into a deviety. That's quite funny. Tiny little Decatron is actually now 10 stars. Scary.
Not so tiny anymore.
No. That's the kind of thing in the anime where they would just like blow up the monster to like huge sizes. Decatron's probably a tiny little creature. The deviety is huge. Yeah, Decatron would now be like huge creature.
That is the sound effect they'd use as well.
Yeah.
Like, and it'd do that thing where you got in a lot of anime from that time where basically rather than you see it actually grow, it kind of does that whole frame rate thing where it
Oh
just
yeah,
gets
like
bigger.
bub. Yeah,
Yeah.
one for each level.
And that's why Kaiba was kind of working on his hologram system. And as the animation style got better and better, because the animation style was great back then, don't get me wrong, but as it changed, like it got better because Kaiba was there.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Okay, this is rough.
This is
You're talking
wow.
about doing commentary, or you're talking about...
a bit of both. Look at this.
I know.
That is ridiculous.
It is.
It would have only been better if it was Vanity's Fiend.
Well,
Majesty's Fiend still.
That's-
I mean, it's not going to stop the inherent summons.
Yeah, well, he can just summon like Seismas and attack over it.
it's like
It's
cry
still
me a
mean.
river. His opponent is going to be like, yeah, I'm done with this. I'm good with this. Majesty's Fiend is enough of a problem. I don't need the other guy.
Yeah.
All right. What does he have to get out of this?
Okay, so he can. Yeah, he can banish.
I was
okay,
like,
he can do all
pick
that.
up his cards. No.
He could have banished the one in the graveyard for Harmodic, and then that would have done nothing. Yeah. So yeah, banishing all 3 of those for Deviety and then attacking into it is a potent strategy against a Majesty's Fiend. That's not a Mirror Force.
Nope.
So
It's a Twin Twisters.
yeah.
He
so-
should have just played with a super old school deck, like with a Mirror Force, with a Torrential Tribute, and so on.
yeah.
That would have been even better,
Zabog.
obviously.
And what's the guy called? Dark Dusk.
So
Spirit?
that was like the least effective Majesty's Fiend has ever had on a game, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. There's a 1-for-1 on the Max C as well. So he gets a 1-for-1 off the Max C.
Challenge accepted.
If his opponent now activates the Twin Twist, this is even a 3-for-1.
Yeah, that would have been really strong. That's Anunchu.
Yeah, the Turkish card.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you don't know the stories about the Infernoids?
Yeah. Oh,
With the
you've told me this
numbers?
before.
Yeah. So Onuncu is the Turkish name for 10,
Yeah.
as in the number 10. All of their names is actually a number according to their stars level, whatever you want to call it.
Nope. Anti-spell fragrance, which is getting twin twisted, I assumed. What's sat there in Vincent's hand?
We got a Prime Monarch and Upstart Goblin.
Oh, and that's Sticky Kaiju. That was the Sticky Kaiju, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that is humongous.
So now he plays Twin Twisters.
Probably pitching Prime Monarch.
Probably. He does, yeah. Now he can activate his Upstart Goblin to go looking for something.
Yeah. He just needs a 1 tribute monster, so he can use the Prime Monarch, bring it back, and then off he goes. What did he draw into?
We're now in
it's
time.
Oh, we've got a little baby time thing now.
It's not that small.
No. No, look at it. But it now fits on the board rather than being at the side.
Yeah.
I bet Thomas has been dying to use that since like round 5 when we told him. he made it so
It's
happily.
like, can you prepare this? We're gonna need it.
Yeah.
When we're gonna feature domain monarchs. I'm angry. I summoned Majesties was Infernoid. Yeah, didn't really work that well. I think Vanities would have been better after all.
Yeah.
What a
Oh, yeah.
surprise. What a surprise. Alright, so this looks like Aaron is about to wrap things up right here.
Oh, that's a 1. It looked like an upside down T. with a
Yeah, it's
dot
what
next to
I
it.
thought, yeah.
I think it was a T.
Maybe they
And now
just
it's a
improvised and turned it into a 1.
Oh.
You
Okay,
think
that's
they
been kind of off screen the entire time, and all that time I thought it was a T.
No, the last turn was a T. Now that's a 1.
Right. Okay.
It's just a Belgian 1.
It's a very interesting system.
He's from Belgium.
Alright. Here we go. Levier. He's again assembling a field. Now
Has he won this turn?
Yeah, I don't know why.
he's
why
on it. Give him some more time.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
I know there was a Prime Monarch in there somewhere.
He's
Yeah.
on it like a Volflame bonnet.
Vincent's got a Prime Monarch in his graveyard. And
Yeah.
something to bring it back, right?
Yeah.
So he might hang in there a little bit longer. Not that much longer, I guess.
Oh, and also Harmodic is Hungarian for 3rd.
Yeah, it's a 3-star one. Pew pew.
Pew pew. Yeah. Indeed. Is he gonna write on his cards how many games they won? I did that once when I was playing a card that everybody was like, "This is a bad card," and then every time I won a game with it, I would just like do a little
A number on it.
yeah, put a strike on it basically.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it had like 5 strikes. It's like, there you go. This is how good it is. Okay, this is getting interesting. What language is this for the numbers?
I think.
This looks like there's
think-
a
I think they
person
drew it.
sitting under a tiny roof.
No, they drew it.
This is the Zexal numbers.
Yeah, they drew it. They drew it like the Zexal numbers. That's really impressive.
Okay.
like
I'm actually so happy
number
about that.
monsters. All of the numbers, they have them on them somewhere, and they're all written in those style of numbers. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
That is actually really cool.
Okay. It's yeah.
It
it's
is
the
cool.
best. Yeah,
You've
it
got to
is.
give
We're
him
a nerd,
that.
okay.
You've got to give him that. That was actually really cool.
Yes, it is. You should have told us. Or maybe he was setting us up.
Yeah.
Or
May-
maybe
maybe
he
he
had
was-
that the entire time, and we never knew. And I think
Never appreciated
that's
it.
why he was really upset when we told him that it was off screen.
No, he was actually visibly upset when we told him that we couldn't see it the whole time.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh.
I guess that's a good reason to be upset if he put in so much effort. Thomas. Best part, guys, when we did the mannequin challenge, you see Thomas writing something on his scorepad, and what he was doing was giving the 2 players that were participating in the mannequin challenge a slow play warning because they didn't move for 15 seconds. Which is absolutely priceless. If you know it, you're gonna crack up laughing every time you see Thomas with his notepad there. And
And there's the handshake.
Yeah.
So
there we
Aaron
go.
has won. It has been a long slog. We are at midnight. It's been a long day.
It is.
Very, very long day.
Right. So this is it. This was the last match of the day, the last match of YCS Bochum 2016 of day 1. Let's talk about that marathon grind game in our post-game discussion.